Alison is looking for a second date update with a guy named Craig. Hi, Alison. How are you?
Hi, guys. Good. How's it going?
Going great. So what's the story with Craig?
So listen, I was so excited about this guy. Like, more excited, I think, than I've been about a man in years.
Why?
I just thought that we had some serious potential, and now he's blowing me off, and I have no idea.
Okay. How'd you two meet?
Oh, well, we met on Match. And, you know, by all appearances, he really seemed like this perfect guy for me. He's handsome and he appears to be grounded. He's successful. I mean, he's the whole package. He's like funny. He's charming. He's fun. He makes me laugh. I don't know. I'm just really upset over the whole thing. I swore I'd never call you guys for something like this, but here I am.
Times,
Never say never.
Call for desperate measures.
Right.
Well, take us through the date. What'd you guys do?
So we went out for sushi, and like I said, I thought like it went really well. We had the best time. We talked like it was like a good conversation, you know, back and forth, and we laughed. And I would say it's like the best first date experience, you know?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was lovely. Like I really don't know. I'm like racking my brain on what happened because not like a single word, nothing. And, you know, he walked me to my car afterwards. It didn't seem awkward. He gave me a hug. I don't know.
So the hug or the walk to the car didn't feel weird or awkward at any point?
No. Okay. No, and it wasn't even like that weird thing of like, oh, you know, when you get to the car and you're like, oh, what's going to happen? Like, it just like we just hugged it and it was nice and I wasn't like, oh, why didn't he kiss me? Or like, why? It wasn't anything like that. It was like, oh, I'm going to see him again. Like, it just felt really good. I didn't question that.
You know how it is when you have a really good hug with someone, you just fit and it feels good.
And it lingers.
Yeah.
I like that.
I would like to make a hug recommendation, if I may. When you hug someone, you should have your left arm over their shoulder, and they should have their left arm over your shoulder so that when you hug, you go heart to heart.
Is that like nipple to nipples?
Yeah.
Boob to boob.
It's more of a slant.
Oh.
And so that when you're doing it, the hearts connect.
Electric.
And you will find that those hugs feel much more meaningful than doing it any other way.
Well, that's one way to do it. So it's one of those hugs, huh?
Yeah, it really was. It was really nice. And I'm sitting over here. I mean, I'm an overthinker to begin with, you know, so that doesn't help.
Now, I had a date who left nothing to chance one time. This is a million years ago when I was single. And she just flat out said, well, am I ever going to see you again? Put me right on the spot.
And your answer was?
Of course.
And then?
Yeah, we did.
You did see each other again?
Well, don't you feel like you have to say yes at that point, though? I mean,
I
not
did
that
feel
many
pressure to
yeah,
say yes.
correct. Not that many people will be like, yeah, I don't think so.
Did you want to see her again, or did you?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Okay, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
No. But I noticed no one ever does that. Nobody really puts it, or maybe they
Puts
do. We
people on
just
the
never
spot.
talk to them.
Well, because maybe they get their answer right there.
Yeah, or they don't want to seem presumptuous, or they're afraid of rejection, or what if I'm wrong, or I'm reading this wrong.
Yeah.
But you didn't say anything like that, Allison.
No, but I hope to see him again, but I'm going to do that in the future if I have to.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just get it out of the way. Let's not even, I don't know.
Hey, so when's the next time you're
Yeah.
available? When are you available to get together again? I would let you.
Oh, my God, I would love to do
Put
this
it on
again.
the calendar.
So what'd you do? Did you text him? Did you leave a voicemail? Or did you just wait for him to call you?
You know, I sent him one text, like just thanking him for a nice time, because I had to do something.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't even say, my pleasure, or you're welcome, or yeah, that was great, or nothing?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. And I mean, he totally seemed to be enjoying my company. Like, he seemed interested, like I said, and he was asking me a lot of questions, and he was smiling. He was complimenting me. I don't know, guys. Help me, please.
Yeah, something's happened because it feels
happened.
weird. To me, I think the lingering hug, the good time, something's up.
Well, then that's what we'll do. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to call him, and we're going to try to get to the bottom of this. But I need you to hang tight, Allison, so stick around. Second date update. We'll be right back.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
When it comes to windows, doors, roofing, siding, and gutters, I'm a fan of Universal Windows Direct. And right now, you can get 15% off roofing, siding, and gutters. Check out uwdsouthwestohio.com or call 513-755-1800.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Alison promised herself she would never call second date update. She'd never be that desperate. Well, guess what?
Here she is.
Yeah. She met Craig on Match and was very hopeful about this because he's very handsome, grounded, wickedly successful, lots of fun, and they just had the best time. They went out for sushi, and based on everything, there wasn't one awkward moment. He seemed genuinely interested, asked her questions, was a great listener, seemed fully engaged.
Was sushi on that list of foods you should never order on a first date?
It was.
It was, but if you have two people who like sushi, it's
Yeah,
good.
but did you eat it like in a weird way?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Do people
Ooh,
eat
maybe that's
sushi in
it.
weird ways?
Maybe you don't know how to eat sushi and it all fell apart.
Did you do it
He
wrong?
was like, uh-oh,
Did you use
can't
a
go
fork?
there.
I mean, I did my best. I don't.
That's all you can do.
All right.
But even when he walked her to the car and he gave her this warm embrace, this great hug, she thought, this is lovely.
Does anybody else think it's weird that it's just the hug? Or are we over that now since
I'm
it was
over that.
lingering? Like if he really liked her, would he have kissed her is my question.
I don't know.
Well, I always hear from guys who were totally interested that they don't want to push their luck.
Yeah.
Allison sent a text, never heard back, really disappointed. It's been a bit. You ready to call Craig?
Do it, guys.
All right, let's do it. Hi, Craig.
Yeah.
It's Jeff and Jenn at Q102. We catching you at a bad time?
What? What?
Sorry, it's Jeff and Jenn at Q102 Radio. How are you this morning?
Oh, okay. I'm doing fine. What's going on?
Well, you went on a date recently with Alison, and she was telling us what a gentleman you are and how much fun she had with you. All good stuff. And
Yeah.
that led to, hey, where's he been since? And evidently you've been kind of elusive, and I think she's disappointed because she really enjoyed her date with you.
Well, first of all, I mean,
Is this awkward for you? Because even
no,
right to the
it-
very end of the date, she thought you two were good. But then did something happen? Have you met someone? Did your ex come back? Like, what's going
no,
on?
I mean, Alison's really nice, and she's beautiful and charming and attractive, and I really enjoyed her company. I mean, we laughed a lot. We liked the same TV shows. I mean, we were quoting, like, Seinfeld and The Office, you know, at dinner, and I thought there might be something there. She makes great conversation, and everything was great. And then this one thing.
There's always one thing.
That's all it takes
Have
is
you noticed
one.
Yeah,
that? I hear that line through more second date updates than not. But there was this one thing.
Well, it's not I don't think it's a small thing. I mean, maybe it is. But maybe I'm looking at this wrong. But first, I want to just clarify. I'm not judging her for this. Okay. I mean, everyone's different. Everybody has things that are just innate about their mind and body and spirit, and I'm not judging her at all. But I just don't think I can do what she would need me to do.
Which is...
She mentioned she has this terrible phobia of body hair.
Oh.
And it's some kind of thing that she's actually been diagnosed with from a real doctor. I mean, not just like WebMD or Google or something, you know. And I looked it up. It's actually a real thing. I forget the actual name for it. But she kind of offhandedly mentioned that if we were to end up together, she would need me to shave my entire body. Now,
Wow.
Even your head?
except for my head. I could keep that, but might have to wear a hat during sex so it wouldn't come in contact with her skin. I'd never heard of that before. And so, I mean, I did ask a bunch of questions, and it seemed to me it's kind of a thing. We're talking my arms, my legs, my chest, my
I'm out.
down there,
Same.
and all of that would have to go, and I just can't. I mean, I'm a hairy guy. I mean, I'm not like super hairy or anything, but I do have body hair, and waxing. I mean, I looked into this. I mean, waxing would be crazy painful, and shaving would be really time intensive, and the growing back with the ingrown hairs and the so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you'd have
And,
to
I mean,
laser everywhere.
It's a lot of maintenance too. Yeah.
If you're really hairy.
I feel for her. I really do, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't make that happen.
Okay.
And yeah, that's why.
I know
That's
a lot
the
of
reason
guys,
why.
like bodybuilders and dancers.
Yeah, they will do that and get
Workout
all oiled
people.
I
up.
know you
Yeah.
hung out with a lot of those guys.
I hung out with a lot of,
yeah.
Don't swimmers shave a lot of things too,
I
Tim?
think
Yeah.
they
If
shave
you're
it
really
all.
into it.
Yeah, like you're serious.
Well, I mean, I know some people who do shave like that, and the problem is when it starts growing back in, they tell me it scrapes like a beard scrapes,
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's like you can't win either way.
Well, you've shaved things before, haven't you, Jeff? And it grew back.
I just did the laser on my back, chest, and arms, and that's made a huge difference.
I really hadn't thought about the laser thing, but still, we're talking about a lot of money and a lot of time
No, I get it.
and
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we are, Allison.
Why didn't you say something?
I didn't know what to think. I mean, I had to sit with the idea for a while, and I'm sorry that I blew you off. But the thing is, I even went so far as to shave a couple of small areas of my body and did a little waxing to see if it was something that I could deal with. And I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I mean, I understand why you want somebody hair-free. I get it, and I'm not judging. I can't do
You're
that.
not the guy.
And here's another thing, too. And once again, not judging, and I'm not angry or anything. It just might be something you might want to mention on Match, because not every guy's hairy, but a good percentage are. And that's, that's
It's a big ask.
That's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of a thing.
What's he supposed to do down here? Is that got to go too?
Everything.
all of
I
it.
would think
No
all of it
way.
would have to go.
I
Do they do Brazilian waxes for men, but do they laser that area too? I would guess that
Can they?
I've had a buddy wanted
gotta
to do it,
Google
and
that.
he had it done, and
laser.
he had to do 5 times, and it still wasn't necessarily.
When I had my
What
legs
his
done, it was
goals were.
9. It was
Yeah.
9 treatments on my legs. So yeah,
Did it
5.
work?
Yeah, yeah,
Is it gone forever?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
yeah.
there's a handful of tiny little fine blonde hairs that they can't. that'll
There are
pop up.
people that specialize in genital lasering for men.
Oh,
Just hit Google.
well, it feels like a rubber band. The best description that I've heard that I feel is accurate is it feels like being snapped with a rubber band, just over and over really fast. And as soon as the laser stops, the pain stops.
Just what
But
Craig
it's
is looking for.
intense. It's intense.
Yeah. Yeah, but the head on the hair, wearing a hat during, all of that is just definitely
See
different.
Craig wearing a ski cap.
Yeah.
Right.
Where does this come from, Allison?
There's some childhood trauma there that I'm not going to get into, but yeah, I've just never been able to handle hair.
You just can't get past.
And I try, he's saying for me to mention it on Match, but it's like, well, meet me first and talk, and I'm saying it on a first date, so that there is an option, for a person to, think about it. I appreciate that he thought about it, but it was like we were having the conversation, and he was really understanding, and the way he was acting, I was left to assume that he might be a hair-free kind of guy. I've met lots of guys who prefer to be hair-free.
Yeah.
So I just thought, if you had a nice time and you all of that, it's not like I wasn't honest with you, and you could have been honest with me. That's all.
Well, I'm not proud of the way I responded or didn't respond. I just felt like, and this isn't an excuse, it's just a reason. I just felt like if I return your text or your call, and that's basically me saying, yes, I can deal with the hair thing. Yes, I can wax. Yes, I can laser, what have you. And that just wasn't the case. And again, I'm not proud of the way I handled the situation, but there it is.
There we are. All right. Well, I'm sorry, Allison.
I mean, you got me the answer. You did your job. So.
Yeah.
With as many niche dating sites as there are, I wonder if there's one out there for people who prefer everything being clean shaven.
Yeah, let's see. Hairless dating sites.
You're good at Googling.
Oh, there's a new app called Bald Dating in the UK.
Hey.
Maybe that's kind of the beginning. Maybe you start with bald and then say, what else do you shave?
How about a dating site for really wiry back and arm hair? All right. Well, thank you both for coming on Second Date Update. We really appreciate it. Thanks for putting yourself out there.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It is 7:35. If we can do a Second Date Update for you, shoot us an email, Jeff and Jen. 2 F's in Jeff, 2 N's in Jen. Right, Jen?
That is absolutely correct.
Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com. She used to have 1 N in Jen, but then when we teamed up, she's like, no, I got to add an N.
Yeah, just it's going to look better in the logo. Actually, I was Jennifer before I teamed up with you. I had to shorten my name all because you didn't want to be Jefferson.
I was more than that. I was always honest, keeping my promise. Jeff Thomas.
That's true.
Although I do like Jefferson and Jennifer.
Jefferson and Jennifer.
That sounds great.
You'd have to flip it. You'd have to do,
Yes.
It would flow better if you did Jennifer and Jefferson.
It sounds a little more NPR. Jefferson and Jennifer.
There you go.
Saturdays with cooking.
What was the name? What was the rebrand we came up with last? We've
was
had a
that?
couple. We had the one that was food, T-bone and tenderloin
Yep.
with sides of
Mac and
coleslaw and
cheese
mac
and
and
slaw.
cheese or something like that.
And who's who? I don't remember.
You were T-bone.
Oh, I'm T-bone.
I was tenderloin.
All right.
But we had
Tim and I were fighting over who got to be slaw.
But I don't. But we had one that was even better last week. But I don't remember what it was.
We got to write these things down.
I know
Because
it.
weren't we going to rebrand for the April Fool's Day or whatever?
There was something. It was something that came out of Second Date Update. There was a word he used to describe her, and
Lamb chop?
no, it wasn't food related.
Oh.
For once,
Ew, that's why we've forgotten what it was.
I know.
This is why we need to write those things down.
I know it.
Like, this is when, you're high and you're like, oh my God, this is so funny, but I'm going to forget it when I wake up tomorrow morning. This is assuming you're responsibly using it for medicinal purposes.
Correct.
Let me just clarify that right now.
Yeah, that you have your
Thank
card
you.
and
So
it's
you don't
legal.
get an email.
Right.
Yes.
And then you look at your paper the next morning, you're like, what the hell? What
What were we talking
about?
What was this about?
I know.
7:38 coming up. Pick your purse. Round 2 is coming up straight ahead. Make sure that cheat sheet is up to date.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.
Grab a 30-day free trial of Live by